ask each and every one of them what college you're going to, and also what your major is going to be. Mm-hmm. Not only that, each and every one of the students in my program, it's mandatory they have to know that. Now they can change the major 1,000 times. Right. They can change their university 1,000 times. Right. But as long as they're constantly putting in a new university or a new major in their head, their mind is still focused on where? Going to higher education. That's right. Okay? Right. And a percentage of the fact that if they're thinking about it every day, they're going to eventually what? Mm-hmm. Do it.
Repetition, yeah. Repetition is what you need. For those who just tuning in, y'all live with the warehouse crew, GrandMaster Eric O'Neal, dropping the knowledge. Dropping the knowledge. My brain's just swollen up.
It's absorbing.
Yeah, you know, it's just,
taking it in.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go to sleep just to wake back up to. I'm gonna have to take a nap, man. But I mean, it's definitely some good stuff, man. So the stuff that you and Cyrus are doing, can you tell us a little bit about? Just touch a little bit about on.
Well, you know, Cyrus the man. You know what I mean? Yeah. And so, you know, I'll let Cyrus do Cyrus. He's gonna come on a little later on. You know what I mean? So I'd rather let Cyrus do Cyrus than I do me. You know, because I believe in chess. You know, I'm a piece on the board, and I'm gonna follow my piece back. And I'm gonna be the baddest piece I am. And I don't care if my piece is a pawn. If my piece is a pawn, I'm gonna chapter your king. You follow what I'm saying? That's my objective. You know, I'm gonna transform into a queen. You know,
you put it on.
So you know, so Cyrus is going to be on a little later. You know, and you know, I can expand upon what I'm going to be doing. You know, one of the things that I do is that, you know, like I said, I was talking about the Lineman Club. What I'm doing is I'm engaging with our kids in a way that has never been engaged before. And I'm challenging them in a way that they've never been challenged before. And what I'm basically saying to them is that, are you tired of what you're seeing on television every night that you go to sleep before you go to sleep? Are you tired of it? If you are, then the change comes with you. Okay? So every child who is with me promised not to drink, not to smoke, not to do drugs. They promised to pay attention, follow directions, and do the right things. And what I promised to them, that I'm going to create a vehicle for you. We have our own TV show called Lineman TV. We have our own radio show starting in August, okay, from 4 to 6. Young children will be able to come on the mics like you guys. I like this format. I'm still listening. I like that, you know. Y'all didn't hear that, right? But, you know, we might have them come on with you guys, you know. And so,
everybody's always
and so we have all these different schools of kids, and each one of the schools, we have a president of the club at each school. We have a vice president. We have a captain of the drill team. We teach them how to stump like they do in the fraternities and sororities. Man, we had a 150 kid drill team perform at Xavier, not Friday past, but the Friday before that. They stumped the yard. I mean, it was just unbelievable, okay? When we had them go through Xavier University and then went into the UC and the kids performed. We are bringing 300 kids to the Essence Fest this year. You ever saw a 300 drill team?
No. Never even heard of it.
Man, let me tell you, there's a movement going on. I just left Atlanta meeting with George Frazier, who is the #1 marketing guy in the world. Okay, network marketing. He and I are partnering up. We're going to be doing something in June. And like I shared with you about Diesel, we're going to be doing the music, kicking it like you wouldn't believe. And we have a chapter of Lineman opening up in Atlanta. We meet with the superintendent out there. We go into Vegas, where my karate student is the youngest president of a bank out there. We're going to Arthur Ashe School out there and starting the Lineman chapter. We're going to Texas. I mean, Lineman chapters is going to be all over the world. And young people are going to be declaring that, hey, look, don't portray us like this no more. Okay? We are the future. And so you need to respect what we're doing and how we're doing it. But the main thing we have is we have our radio show, our TV show, we have our stump team, we have our internet that we're going to be working on that's going to separate that digital divide and going to allow our kids to be able to learn. So whether you come from the project like me or whether you go come from somebody from Newman or Harvard, you follow what I'm saying? You'll be able to get the same education, the same knowledge fed down to you. So these are the type points in which I'm doing, and the kids are really buying into it in a very big way.
Can we please get a chapter in Baton Rouge?
Oh, absolutely.
Please.
Absolutely.
We definitely need one.
Yeah. Well, you know, I mean, I'm looking forward to coming here to do some great things, you know, but I'm challenging our brothers, you know. I mean, our sisters, y'all been doing a mighty job. Oh, my God. You know, everywhere I go, the first thing I do is I apologize to our children, and I apologize on the behalf of every brother that I know, you know. And it's like, well, why you apologize? And I said, no. I said, we are unity. We are one. I said, so if one brother fail you, we all fail you.
Right.
I said, so no matter how much I do, if we still have brothers who's failing, you follow what I'm saying? When you think about it, when you ever saw a homeless Jew? You see, why? You never even seen one homeless Jew. Why? Because they feel that if one of them is homeless, they're all homeless. Okay,
right.
And so they learn those values from us in our tradition and our custom. You know, but you know, you see, I'm preaching holistic. You know, one of my best friends is Spanish, Jose Canseco. Another one of my best friends is Gen Funagani, owns Dragon Ball Z. He's Japanese.
Yeah, I like Dragon Ball Z.
Okay, you know, I mean, I have a sphere of group, and I share with these people all the time. I said, if you want to be something, then you got to show me your 5 friends, you know, and I show you where you're going to be. Okay, my 5 council people are billionaires. You follow what I'm saying? Now, I don't ask them for no money. You get my point? And I've been friends with some of them for almost 10, 15 years. And I've never asked them for a single dime. Because it's not money that you're all really trying to get in life. But you're trying to get the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. I can make money. You follow what I'm saying? But when something can't be taken away from you is your knowledge. You know? So, you know, and so that's what I try to keep young children to understand, that if you're around 5 loose girls, you gonna be loose girls. And you around 5 guys who kind of, you know, whatever. You going back to whatever. Sorry, okay. You around 5 guys who dealing. You may not be dealing, but eventually you gonna be dealing. Okay, so is that circle of spears? Is exactly. You know, I'll be 25 twice next year, like I told y'all. But I've never drank a day in my life. I've never smoked. I never did drugs. I don't even know what a bud tastes like. Have no idea. You follow what I'm saying? But, you know, those are the type of commitments that I made when I was a young man. You follow what I'm saying? Exactly. And then my peers and my spears, you know, my karate teacher, GrandMaster Ferdinand Bigard, who, you know, who passed a few years ago, he always taught us that if you want your body to be like a machine, then you cannot do anything to harm your body. Okay? I'm going to be blessed in August the 8th. Bruce Lee got real famous at a place called Long Beach, California. He demonstrated the 1-inch punch, and he broke boards and he knocked people out with the 1-inch punch, and that's where he became famous. On this day, on this year, on August the 8th, I'll be one of the first African American, probably the only one, who's ever going to be doing a demonstration. Same place Bruce Lee did a demonstration. So I'm excited. I can see the energy in me. I'm excited. Okay, because you know I watch myself. You know, I watch God move through me to be able to reach Chuck Norris title. Then move through me to be able to be friends right now with Jim Kelly. Jim Kelly I brought Jim Kelly to New Orleans last year at my tournament at Grand Ballroom at the Hilton. And when he came, he said, I've never been to a karate tournament since 1972. I'm going to repeat that. He said, I never went to nobody's karate tournament since 1972.
Jim Kelly.
Jim Kelly. And everybody asked, well, why? He said, because I vetted everyone and nobody ever came up to what it is that I wanted him to be about and the principles and values. And he said, this gentleman right here, he said, you guys are among him. Y'all know him. He said, but you don't know what he's accomplished. See, the tournament that I won with USKA is not what we call a fair tournament. You know what I mean? It's stacked. Okay, let's be real. Okay? All right, the judge is the guy friend who I'm fighting. The 4 referees are the guy friends. They're all part of the same organization. I'm not in that organization, so I come as an outsider. And of course, I'm wearing a big blue line on the back of me, and a big sign said "Lineman." So you know, so I'm not following their tradition. You follow what I'm saying? So for 17 years, I lost. And so what young people don't understand is that it's okay to lose.
Right.
I mean,
Right.
young people lose one time and they're ready to run, and
Right.
quit,
Yeah.
and stop, and
Shoot
complain.
you. Yeah.
You follow what I'm saying?
Right.
So what I do is I share with them about my losses. I lost for 17 years. Determination.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
But when I won, when I got it, I said, that's it. And I didn't lose no more after that. You follow what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you got to be willing to go through the trial and the error
You
to
gotta
get
go
where
through.
you need to be.
You have
You
to go
follow what I'm
through it.
saying?
You have to
And
go
so
through
for
it.
this right here, you know, I mean, I've been working on Lineman for years.